Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is Intercultural Programs at UT Dallas, and my name is Rodolfo Hernandez Guerrero. I'm the Assistant Director of Intercultural Programs, and I have the privilege, the honor to welcome all of you for this virtual session in collaboration with the Indian Students Association. Today, the intention is to provide information, guidance, and tools for all the new international students coming in the fall 2022 in collaboration with the Indian Student Association. And I will have to recognize and appreciate the collaboration of the officers, all the officers of the Indian Student Association, especially Nimish Sharma and Majesh Yaku. Majesh Yaku is the Vice President of the Indian Student Association, and he will be leading the session presenting helpful information for all of you. Before we're beginning the session, I would like to share with you the mission of ICP and the objectives that we want to accomplish through this exercise. First of all, the intercultural programs at the University of Texas at Dallas leads the university community in opportunities that foster global engagement. And we're doing this through two different objectives in two different ways: generating experience that promote, develop, and enhance intercultural competence for all the UT Dallas community, and certainly supporting the integration of international students into campus life. And precisely this exercise, this team's life in collaboration with India's Students Association, enhances this support for the integration of all of you who will join us at the University of Texas Dallas in the fall 2022. And certainly we'd like to thank you for choosing the University of Texas Dallas as a destination in your new academic life, in your new academic chapter. We know that you had many options around the world, and ultimately you decide to come to UT Dallas, and that certainly put us in a high level of privilege and an honor for us to really ensure that we can enhance the UT Dallas hospitality to enhance your cultural and academic success. I would like to mention as well that some of the logistics for these events, you can see us, you can hear us, but we cannot see you or hear you. However, we want to be as interactive as possible, and you will have the opportunity to submit your questions in the questions box at the top of your screen once we open the Q&A session for you at the end of this presentation. Right now, the Q&A column is closed, so we're not accepting questions, but certainly once the presentation is completed, is finalized, we'll open the Q&A, and you will be able to provide comments, questions, and certainly we want to be as holistic and comprehensive as possible in this virtual session, because you may have many questions, and we want to ensure that to the extent it's possible, we'll provide answers, guidance, tools, resources to smooth your transition from your home communities to the UT Dallas community, to your new community, UT Dallas. Thank you very much. So now I would like to introduce Majesh Nahu, Vice President of the Indian Students Association at the University of Texas at Dallas. Thank you, Majesh. The microphone is yours.
Thank you so much, Rodolfo. That's a really nice and warm introduction from you. And thank you so much for having us here, first of all. But I would need your help with one thing. I'm not able to give access to my team. When I'm clicking on the people, I'm not able to see my team. So do you mind giving access to Nimish and Akshay?
Yes, Majesh, please send me the emails through the chat.
Sure. Just a minute.
And Anthony, certainly we can move to the next slide.
Sure. Till then, I can continue the presentation. So just a minute.
Majesh, for information, Anthony Cahill, program coordinator at ICP will assist us with a sequence of the slides of your presentation.
Sure, Golfo. I'm just not able to access the presentation properly. Would you like to help me with this one?
We have the presentation ready for you, Majesh. So if you want, we can start. Anthony Cahill from Intercultural Programs will facilitate the slides.
So we have divided the slides between our team, and I would like to have my president and two members of from our team to present with me. So I'm not able to put their mail on the chat for some reasons. It's not loading here. So it would be really helpful if you could just give access to Nimish. I think you might be having his email address, and or maybe Akshay.
Yes,
So
please. You can send me the specific
sure.
emails.
Sure, I can do that to you on the Teams. I will just quickly tell you the mail of.
Nimish Sharma is in the list, so he's able to have access to the Teams Live as a presenter.
Okay, and we would need access for Akshay too.
Okay, send me the email.
Sure, I'm on it.
Thank you for your patience, everybody. We'll taking care of some technicalities and we'll be ready with you. Agree with us.
I've sent you the mail of Nimish and
I can see here that you are writing the email, Amayesh, but so far I'm not have not received the email.
I sent you the mail on Teams. If you're able to check that one.
So far, I have not received the information.
Can I speak the mail address on the webinar if it's fine?
Since you have the access only as a presenter, Majesh, we are not able to change your status.
No
so
worries.
we'll assist you
Cool.
doing the presentation, and Anthony will be presenting the slides based on your guidance.
I can do that. I can do that. So can you just start the first slide because I'm not able to do it from here.
Yes, Anthony, could you provide the next slide?
So good morning from here, everyone. I'm Mahesh. I'm the Vice President of ISA. Indian Student Association is a non-profit organization here registered at the student government here. And we help more than almost 1,500 Indian students every semester to come here, settle down and get their things sorted out. Can you please change the next slide? I think this is from the end. The presentation starts from the very first. Sorry for the technicalities, guys. So congratulations, guys. You have made it. You have made it here. Finally, I know how the process goes for you all. Going through the GRE and preparing for the exams, getting your visa slots done. It's all hectic, and then getting things sorted with your family, getting your loan done, and then booking your flights, coming over here. It's all hectic. I know that we have been there, done that, and that's why we are here for, because we were at that particular place and there was someone with us, and that was ISA, the past team, and they have helped us a lot with that. And today it's our opportunity and it's our duty to help you with that, and we are here for you. So ISA is here to help you guys with that. Can you please change the next slide? And I would also like to welcome the guest from Zolve today here. We have Manisha over here. And talking about us, we are among the largest Indian community over, in the Texas with almost 6,000 plus alumni networks and current members. We manage fall and spring pickups for almost like 1,200 plus Indian student admits. So you might have received a pickup form and you might have filled it, and we would be helping you guys come here and settle down. We would be also helping you with the temporary accommodation. We do not guarantee it; it's a voluntary thing. So it depends on the how many students current students have volunteered for that. But we would try our best to provide temporary accommodation for you guys. We would be also conducting 3+ webinars. This is our first webinar with you guys. So we would be answering your questions regarding to a lot of things that you might feel not, you might not be comfortable asking, in person to anyone. So we are here for you. And we assist 800 plus Indian students in their transition to the US by personalized mentoring through the Buddy program. So in Buddy program, we have current students helping out the future incoming students, where we would be rolling out forms for the current students. They would be volunteering for helping you guys, telling you what's the course is, how you can take it further, how what's the scene with the internship, and you can ask any basic questions to them. And this would be done through the Buddy program, and we would be assigning you every single person who would be enrolling for the Buddy program with a mentor, and you can simply come here and connect with that particular person. Can you please change the slide? So Professor Gaurav Shekhar is our faculty advisor. He's super amazing. He's the program director for business analytics. Most of you guys might know him. He's really kind and generous, and he really helps a lot of students. Most of you might have even mailed him with his personal doubts, and he tries his very best to reply and come back to you all. And he's amazing. Can you please change the next slide? And yeah, this is our team. Nimish Sharma is our president. He's in the presentation. I am the vice president. Akshay is our general secretary, and Shivani is our treasurer. Priya is our public relation officer. Can you please change the next slide? Hashmeet is our associate officer. Priyansh is also our associate officer. Jitesh is our event and logistics officer. Sindhuja is our dance officer, and Parth is also our dance officer. Can you please change the next slide? Vyas is our webmaster. Devansh is our finance officer. Megha is our content officer. Saili is our social media officer, and Anushri is also our social media officer. Can you please change the next slide? Venkat is our logistic officer. Lakshmi is our Indian event and logistics officer. Devansh is our event and logistic officer. Kushwata is our event and logistics officer, and Ishita is also our event and logistic officer. So we have a large team of logistics and events, as you might see, because we conduct a lot of events with here, so we can keep the community engaged, and you can feel home away from your home. Can you please change the next slide? And we do have sports event too, and for them we have our officers. So Abhishek is our sports officer, and Harshvardhan is also a sports officer. Varun is our media and photography head, and we would be having music in every single event. So Ajinkya is our music officer. Asta and Nishit are our anchoring officers. Can you please change the slide? Yeah, so talking about events, the purpose of ISA is to provide an opportunity for us to provide all the events to our students. I would like to invite Megha here. Megha is our content writer, and she would be explaining you all the events from here.
Thank you, Mahesh. Hello, everyone. First of all, welcome again. It's so good to see you all, welcoming ISA and part of, being our family again. Before we start with events, I just want to tell you that, being coming from India, we all know that India is filled up with a lot of events. It is every event is very joyful and we want to feel our culture. That is the time that we start feeling down that we don't have our community. ISA is here to make you feel home. So we have a couple of events that we run on. So I'm just going to go through briefly, but you're going to feel it when you are here in US and you will see it. So we have main major 9 festival which we celebrate, and we have Fall Bash, which is welcoming for from ISA to all the new students for the fall. And we also have a spring bash that we welcome the spring student. The same way, Udhan is our sports fest where we don't want to miss on our Indian fair sports events. So we organize here to all the sports enthusiasts to come here and participate and win couple of prizes and know your sports buddies. We have a flagship event called as Sangam, which is one of the very exciting event, and all of the Indian students, all of us wait for that event to happen because we have a big surprise on this day. I will explain it in the next pictures or here. Can I move to next slides, please? Yeah, so talking about those 9 events, so we one of the main events are Independence Day, which is coming up soon, and I'm sure that most of you guys will be traveling pretty soon. As I was talking about Fall Bash, Udhan, and Ganesh Chaturthi, we know that we can't keep Ganesha at when we move out our family, then we just wanna feel. We don't miss on that. So we also have the Ganesh Chaturthi's event that which you'll see in the pictures to feel that how we do it. And Navratri and Garba nights and Diwali are the major events that we have at India. So we make sure that we do celebrate it. Can I move to the next slide, please? Yeah, so again, we talk about Sangam and iWeek. Yeah, we have a collaboration with ICT now. So let me talk a little about iWeek here. iWeek is one of the events that which is handled by ICP Intercultural Program. So all of the communities like Indian, Chinese, Japanese, or American, and all of them come this and showcase their culture. So it has two parts. It runs throughout the week, so we know the different cultures, and we also represent ourselves over here. Like we won couple of prizes for India this time. For example, that best cuisine, and we have couple of more, which you will see. Let me go to next slide. Yeah, please go to next slide. Okay, so going into the Independence Day, this is how it looks. As you can see, it's very colorful. We all wear our own Indian clothes. We come up, we have our all Indian students, and also we showcase it to the other students that they are there and what we do. Okay, so I hope I don't have any noise now. Okay, that's good. So as you can see that the Independence Day is a feel for us more than anything as equally the other Diwali or Navratri or any of the events that we do it. So here it is the first event of ISA. As soon as you reach, we make sure that the Independence debate happens in India. We also do it at UTD, and you can see that couple of like Rob is there, who's an American, who is there with us, and we have our advisor Gaurav Shekhar, who will be joining us for all the events. The same way, all the Indian and the other culture students come and see us. Can I move to the next slides, please? Ganesh Chaturthi, yeah, we all know that Ganesha is a feel for us. That when it comes to he comes home and he stays with us for a couple of days, and we do puja, we do the Ganesh Chaturthi's dance and other rituals which we usually do it at India the same way. We celebrate, as you can see, we have dhol, we have the kumkum that which are putting everyone before they come and see the Ganesh Chaturthi. Or we can also see that the all the students are culturally wore really nice dresses. As you can see, it's very colorful event that which we make sure that we run on. Can I move to the next slides, please? Can I move to the next slides, please? Okay, yeah. Fall Bash is one event that all the fall students and all the Indian students come and showcase their talent. It is the one way you connect with all your fellow students and Indian community that as soon as you come to the fall and you see that what all the talents that Indians carries, and it's filled with a lot of fun. We have dances, music, whatever the talents you have, you let us know that we'll make sure that we do auditions and all, but eventually we give opportunity for most of the students to showcase their talent, and it's very fun. This is one of the events that I really enjoy the most. Can I move to the next slide? Udan is especially for the sports lover. This is one of the event that which run out for many days. I would say that we make up many teams. Cricket is one of the events that we look for, like want to play with the team or we don't find the buddy with the team. But Udan is a one way that you get your own sport that you like playing, and you go. Yeah. Okay, we have a couple of prizes still there. So as you can see that people are playing cricket, volleyball, throw ball, and you can also see that we have a beautiful swimming set in UTD, so that people are participating in competitions. So you get your body to play on sports, or that the kind of a sports you wanna learn from the other students, play, win. It is a very fun event for if you're a sports lover. Wait for it, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. Can I move to the next slide? Yeah, move to the next slide. Yeah. Navratri, we have a garba that we don't want to miss. This is specifically typical Indian, what we say. Like, we all wait for to dance for Navratri, that, the kind of clothes that we buy at the start of the year, that we wait for Durga Puja and Navratri. So we make sure that we celebrate it. We have also have a proper DJ. We get it from one of our UTD alumni, is that one who comes always to cheer up with really good songs, and we have a lot of fun with it. Can I move to the next slides? Diwali is one colorful event that we want to make sure that we light up diya, and we want to make sure that we feel the Diwali of the nice food or dance, or it can be anything. So we make sure that we brings in every Diwali feel at UTD. You can see that this is the middle of UTD in the plinth, that we decorated really well for Diwali to make sure that we feel Diwali. So we all put a lot of efforts on this event with really amazing food. So we get Indian food. All of us dress up in Diwali, the way we all do it at home. So just with instead of a second home, that we celebrate here as a Diwali with ISA. Can you move to the next slide? Republic Day is again like an Independent Day. We make sure that we celebrate to so that we don't miss on any of the events. Can you move to the next slide, please? Sangam, yeah, this is our flagship event. So you guys must be wondering that what is, the guys do that, a lot of the moment you enter UTD, a lot of people talk about Sangam, because this is one event that it is filled with lot of fun, games, music, and a lot of students come and displays their talent. It is way bigger than any of the event. The best of part of this event is, in the second day you have a special surprises out. I would say that surprise is we get one of the celebrity from India who gonna perform for us. So this is always like we look forward for that celebrity to come over and see that how we enjoys like any of the live events. So this is like the biggest event of ISM. Can you move to the next slides, please? Spring Bash, as we do for Fall Bash, we also welcome our, fall students. So we have the similar events where you can see that one of the dance, this is our team that who worked with that, and we had a lot of DJ night at the end of Fall or Spring Bash. And we have performance like fashion show, dance, music, or any other events that we want to showcase the other cultures. Can you move to the next slide, please? I-Week, yeah, this is a glimpse of that how ISA has represented it. As you can see that we all were wearing a tricolor to represent our culture. So we had some of the booths like Mehendi to showcase, and you can see that the food which are carrying here. We made a tricolor food that which is authentic Indian. It is prepared by our students at home, and then we gave it to all the guests that who are coming, and we had a typical chai and samosas to serve for all of our students that who is coming in to make sure that they remember India again and they don't miss it. We have a couple of events that we do for all of you to make sure that we don't miss our home and we feel home at UTD. So ISA is here to help you guys either in it's as much as it helps with the pickup. We also make sure that every event we organize for Indian students so they participate and they have fun and we're looking forward to see all of the events you guys participating in it, and let us know you guys want more from more of the events that what you want to do at events. We are also looking forward to hear from you. Welcome again. Can I move to the next slide? Can you please move to the next slides? This is dance crew. If you're a dance lover, you want to dance, you want to showcase your talent, then ISA welcomes you for dance group. That as soon as you reach, we'll let you know that how do you contact our dance group. So if you are in, to make sure that you wait for our message. We'll let you know as soon as possible. Then audition will start and you'll be part of ISA dance group very soon. So yeah, can I move to the next slide, please? You're a music enthusiast, you wanna hear, then this is one of the things that you should look for. Make sure that you like to play guitar or you like to sing, whatever you wanna do. Make sure that you let us know that we also have a same as dance auditions we have for music as well. We'll love to hear you. So just wait for us, then we'll just be part of us. Can you move to the next slides, please? Yeah, so we have other topics that other than the events that which are very fun, and I know that you guys have a lot of questions before coming to UTD. You wanna ask us some of the things that, but our friend Asa will cover most of the things that which he has, and we can also have the Q&A at the end. I would like to hand over this to Asta. Asta, you're here. Okay, before she gets in, then I'll cover a few of the things. Okay, so we have holds that all of students talk about that, like we can't register. What do we do with our holds? Or we also have a buddy program. They're like, oh, I also want to have buddy. Who doesn't want to have a buddy, right? So we have housing options questions that which we keep getting. Then we also have pre-arrival orientations that we have, and navigation from airport, that how do you do it, and I'm traveling for the first time, I don't have a phone, how do I do it? I know multiple questions, so we just thought of covering few of these main things, and remaining things we can answer in the Q&A. Can you move to the next slides? Okay, we say that don't let the holds hold you back. The holds are like for international students, we have multiple holds: international holds, enrollment holds, and general holds. You might have to contact to the graduate advisor to get some of the holds removed. So basically, you might have some of the transcript needs to be reached out to UTD before the classes starts. Those holds need to get removed. So make sure that you have those all the holds removed, or let the committee know that you have these holds and how do you want to go about it. If you have multiple questions or anything, make sure that you mail graduate advisors. He'll let you know whom to contact. So for me personally, I would say that the holds are TB test holds. As soon as you get your TB test done, those will be removed. General holds, like you have some prerequisites that you want to get it or showcase the documents to, or the transcripts, or any other general holds. So you mail it, the UTD is here to help you guys to remove all of that. Okay, can you move to the next slide? The buddy program is for the incoming students. you get the mentor from the same branch you're studying who will guide you answering, any queries you have. I forgot to mention about myself, right? So I am doing masters in business analytics and I'm a second year student. Can you go back to the old slides, please? Can you go back to the old slide? So yeah, you're forwarding. Go back to the buddy program, please. Okay, so what I was saying, when it parts of buddy program, like I am doing the second year of master in business analytics. The first year, whoever is coming in, that I may be your buddy. That where it will be matched randomly according to your same school and same studies, same branch, so that you get that mentor that who guides you throughout till you go and you become a mentor for other. So it's like a mentor and mentee event, which we call it as a buddy program. So they guide you throughout everything, which course to select, what you go through, and how do you move forward. Okay, this is very fun. Like, one of us will always help you mentor the buddy program, and you also have a partner that, ask your any doubts other than, other general doubts to your right person. So, yeah, it's really fun talking to you all. We have Asta here who has joined. I would like to hand over her for the next slides. Looking forward to meeting you all soon.
Hi
Thank you.
guys, after this slide, so shall we move on to the next slide? Yeah. So as you come here, your first problem would be where to live, housing options. So I would say the most popular housing options are mostly on the bus route that the university provides, that is the 883 bus. And we have the east side and the west side. The frequency on the east side is nearly 30 minutes, every 30 minutes. And on the west side, it ranges from 10 to 15 minutes based on whether it's a weekday or a weekend and the time of the day. The most popular options for housing on the east side are north side, Marquee at Waterview, Pradera, Estates of Richardson, Prairie Creek. On the west side, it's estates on Frankfurt, Pearl on Frankfurt, Ashwood, Valencia, courtyards on Campbell, Chatham Court. Can we move to the next slide? Most of the housing applications would be very similar. For any of the apartments, you would have to log into their respective login portal. The login, can you move to the next slide? Yeah, so most of the registration forms would require you to sign your pet agreement. Do you have a pet, multiple pets? Next would be your rental agreement, your deposit, your monthly rentals, your caution agreement, the deposit that we say in India that we need to put in case of any damages occurred. You might have to also decide on the electricity supplier that you're gonna select. So the electricity supplier, you might come here and then select. It really depends on the housing apartment that you're choosing. The documents that you need to submit would be I-20 and passport. Some apartments would require you to give visa as well, but it's more like few don't ask it. The most popular way to pay for the housing are you can use DD, your money transfer flywire, your credit card or forex card or money order. Can we move to the next slide? Yeah. So before you come here, it would be really helpful for you guys to go through the pre-arrival modules. These are nothing but a guide for you to prepare for your upcoming life in United States and to help you with the transition phase. Right now, they have made these modules optional, but we would highly recommend you to go through these module once because they're just online videos and it will be helpful for you guys. Next slide. Yeah. So now I would like to invite our guest speaker, Manisha, to take over and let us know more about Zolve. Mahesh, can you hear us? Like, are you able to hear us, or is there any access problem with you?
The access has been provided, but it's not with us. So Majesh, would you like to continue the presentation?
Yeah, sure. So do we have access to Rohit? Rolf, I might have sent you a mail.
Okay, send me an email, please do.
Sure. Let me quickly send you an email. Can you just give that particular person access so the representative from Solve can come in and conduct the session? Just a minute. I will be sending you. Sorry for the delay. Okay.
And thank you everybody for waiting. We're resolving this technicality, but a very helpful and significant guidance information is coming right now. So please agree with us. Majesh, the microphone is yours.
Thank you so much. I have sent you the address of the person who would be conducting the Solve session. Just let me know once you give me the access. Till then, um, like, is it possible for you to give him access right now itself? So I guess we can just conduct the Zolve thing, and later we can continue with the Q&A. And if it might be taking a time, then we can start with the Q&A and stop in between.
Please continue with the presentation, or you can start the Q&A if you want. I'm trying to resolve this.
Sure. Cool. I have sent you the mail. Perfect. So we can start with the Q&A. I guess my team have the access, and guys, you can put your questions on the chat box.
Majesh, do you want to start the Q&A so we can open the session? Okay.
I'm not able to see the questions. Do you mind if you are able to see the questions? Do you mind, reading them for me?
The session is open for Q&A. So you are welcome to present your questions, your comments, and International Indian Students Association officer will be able to provide guidance answers to those questions.
So we would be providing the link for the Buddy program after the webinar through mail, plus we would be sending them on the WhatsApp group. So you would be able to sign up for that, for your particular program. And then once you come here, we would be providing you with the Buddy, and you can just connect with the particular person and learn about the course and just solve your common queries and doubts. So someone has asked me that since my apartment won't be available for the temporary check-in before 19th, is there any temporary accommodation provided? So I say do not guarantee temporary accommodation, since it's a voluntary thing, and we roll off forms for the current students who wish to volunteer. So if we are able to get a lot of volunteers for the current from the current batch, then we might provide you the accommodation. But yeah, you might check in Facebook groups, and you might be also in the part of our WhatsApp group, so you can just check in through that and try to find the temporary accommodation. Most of the WhatsApp Facebook groups are very active with that, so you might just go there and check. By the way, Rudolfo, have you given the access to the mail I have sent you?
I sent you a message, Majesh. It's not accepting external emails. So it has to be UT Dallas email.
Just email. Okay, no worries. What I can do is, since that particular, Zolf, the representative from Zolf won't be able to give the presentation, I will just quickly, go back and tell students about how they can get their credit thing sorted, because it's a very major issue for international students, since most of them do not get a job very early, and they do not have the SSN, so most of them do not get the credit card. So Zolve is here to help them, and I can just tell them about that and then continue with the questions. So do you mind coming to the back slide? I'm not able to do it from here. One more back, yeah. To the slide number maybe 32 and 33. So from here, next slide. Next. Next. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. So guys, Zolve is here to help you with the credit thing sorted. They would be providing, once you sign up for the Zolve credit card, they would be providing you a US bank account here. You would be getting the credit card without having an SSN for now. And that's the major important issue being an international student. Me personally, I have faced this issue since you need to manage your expenses and stuff, and you do not get a credit card easily. The major thing you would be doing after coming here is opening an account, and then most of you might be using a debit card. And since we all know that having a credit card is very necessity, and getting our credit history sorted, and credit history is the most important thing here in US. So that's where Zolve helps you in, and they check in your credit history from India, and then they shift that credit history to here, and that's how you get a credit card. Can you please and it would be having no monthly fees. The credit card, the one you would be getting, it would be having no annual fees, no monthly fees, and the money would be free transferred from India to US, and free withdrawals, which is a big thing. Plus, you don't need to have any minimum balances in the bank account, which is a big deal. Basically, being a student, most of the banks here requires a particular minimum fund, and that might be a hectic thing for us to maintain. So you do not need any minimum balance being a Zolve member, and the process is super smooth. Can you please change the next slide? Yeah, and so the credit limit is a very important thing. Being without having an SSN, you might even if after getting SSN, the credit limit starts from around $3,000. But yeah, with Zol, since you already are having a credit history with India, you might get an credit limit up to $5,000, and with 0% APR interest for the first 6 months. And you would also getting up to 5% cashback on major brands which have the partnership with Zolve. Can you please change the next slide? And yeah, most of the students are using Zolve here as of now. Many Indian students do use it. 70% of Spring. I'm also a Spring grad, and we have been using Zolve since almost like 6 months. And it's all to have partnership with other universities too, be it Wharton, Columbia, or ASU, or Northeastern. Can you please change the next slide? So yeah, we have some. So Zolve have some special offers for fall batch, and having said that, Zolve would be providing a scholarship for few lucky winners. Plus, they would be also providing temporary accommodation for a few lucky winners, and who would be applying for the Zolve credit card. So we would be sending you the link on the chat, and even in the WhatsApp groups, and through your mail, you would be having the link and the coupon code through which you just need to apply for the credit card, and some few lucky winners would be getting scholarship and temporary accommodation. Can you please change the next slide? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So some few might be getting a chance to win almost about $20,000 scholarship through if you get your credit card through Zolve. And this is particularly for the University of Texas at Dallas Indian students. Can you please change the next slide? So yeah, this would be our coupon code ISA Dallas, and we would be sending you the link in the chat, plus in the WhatsApp groups and through mail. So you would be getting your credit things sorted. Can you please change the next slide? And you would be getting free SIM cards too. once you apply through the link that we have provided. And can you please change the next slide? So we will be telling you more about Zolve through our mediums that we are connected with, and by now we can start with our continue with our Q&A. And I can see some questions. Will there be crackers for Diwali event? We need to take permissions for that, but there might be. I have filled the pickup form, but I didn't get any follow-up response. So with the pickup forms, we are having a very huge influx of students, and what we have to do is we have to take out the data, sort out things, and check if the response is legitimate or not. And then what we will be creating is the WhatsApp groups. So make sure that you are sending your numbers properly and correctly, and before your flight, almost a day before, maybe we would be trying to create a WhatsApp group with the person who would be picking you up, and we would be creating like suppose on a particular day 3 or 4 students are coming in at the time slot of 12 to 1, so we would be creating a one particular WhatsApp group for you guys. You would be please make sure that you are adding your correct number properly, the number which you are going to be connected with, not of your parents. That's the most important thing here, because that is the only point of contact between us. So we would be adding you in the WhatsApp group and the person who is going to pick you up from the airport, and that's how we will be doing it. And you would get response from us before your flight. So don't need to worry about that. Just make sure you have the right number. Plus one more thing, one really important thing that we have faced in the past, that many students have this privacy policy on WhatsApp, where they have added that no one without their permission can add them to the WhatsApp groups. So make sure that you have changed that particular privacy policy with the WhatsApp, because otherwise we won't be able to add you in the group, and then it would be a miscommunication between us. So that would be really helpful from your side.
Also, I would like to add, when you're coming, please get some primary internet pack, international roaming internet pack. That will help you a lot in navigating, in contacting, since you'll be having Indian number. So having international roaming pack and your internet pack would be very important, very helpful. So just make sure you have the basic plan at least for a week, which will enable you with international roaming and with an internet pack.
Yes, and if you are planning to change your flight or something like that, do reach out to us. That would be really helpful, and we would be sorting our things from your side. Which insurance is best, UTD or third party from outside the campus? Talking about insurance, the one UTD has partnership with, the process is very smooth. You don't need to worry about a lot of things, because you are having all the facilities over here itself. And I mean, most of my friends and me, we prefer the insurance which is provided by the UTD. It is hassle free, but you can check out other options too, and there is a process to waive it off, and you need to mail them and re-verify the process. So that's one thing.
The UTD insurance covers most of the health related issues. So like it is highly recommended to take UTD insurance, because otherwise if you're taking some third party insurance, it should be at par with the UTD health insurance that you have to take care of.
Just adding on one more thing, we all know that we don't have this concept here. We go to the hospital, then we pay the money. But here it's a very different thing in US. You need to have an insurance, else it's a very huge amount for any small thing that you go through. So strongly we would suggest for the first semester go with UTD's health insurance, because we don't know what surprises we get, and it's gonna be huge money. For normal small consultant, it might cost you $200 or $300 for initial. Then includes your other medical things that we don't know that what you will be going through. So till you get familiar with, we would suggest to go with UTD insurance. And third party, we have many which you'll know once you are here, and but it just depends on that what all it covers. So make sure that you're aware of all of that, and then you go for a third party insurance.
Temporary accommodation, we don't guarantee it is we try to help students with it, but we'll suggest you to fill all those details in the pickup form if you need require any temporary accommodation for how many days. But we cannot guarantee it, as like we'll try our best. Yeah, but we would suggest you to also look for backup places as well, where you form a group with students or something like that, where you can find temporary accommodation.
Majesh, with your permission, I will be assisting answering some of these questions. I can see here that one of frequent questions here is about campus jobs and social security. So for any of you willing to work on campus, your very first stop is going to be the Career Center, the University Career Center. This is the entity within the Division of Student Affairs that provides guidance related to the application process for campus jobs. Certainly, you need to be current student of UT Dallas, meaning you need to arrive first to UT Dallas and then to follow up the protocol criteria for applying to campus jobs. In order to work on campus, you need to have a social security number. A social security number basically is a U.S. identification number for whoever is going to be subject to fiscal circumstances in most cases. But it's not automatic, the social security number. You need to have a job offer here on campus to be able to apply for a social security number. In other words, if you are accepted for the position on campus, for the job position on campus, the Career Center and the employer will provide you guidance with a specific documentation for you to apply for the social security number before the federal government of the United States to obtain a social security. It's expected that you will have the social security before the very first day of your campus job. Back to you, Majesh.
Thank you so much. That was really helpful from your side. And yeah, most of the students do have this particular doubt. So I hope you might have able to get some insights from that particular answer. Um, so talking about the electricity providers, so the point is, since there are different communities, most of the students prefer different providers. If so, talking about recommendations, I would say that you should connect with someone who is living over that particular place, and then ask him which would be a better provider. That would be the best thing. So it's super easy. You just need to text that particular person or reach out to them and ask them like which provider would you suggest. Talking about the north side, we most of the students use JAXA, but then there are other plans to like you need to divide your electricity providers with the thing that you is it 1B 1B or for 2B 2B. There are various plans. I would suggest you better go through the website of the electricity providers. Just check the terms and condition for them, because they keep on changing, and that's how you figure out your electricity thing.
Someone asked about fee payment. So regarding that, you can go to the buses website. There you'll have around 2 to 3 options. Either it would be fly wire transfer. Second, it would be directly via your credit card. And third, it would be with respect to your US bank account, that you can do direct bank transfer. So you can check out the buses website. There you might, or you can go to your Galaxy login portal, and there you can select the fee payment, and then you can get those around 3 options. You can choose it accordingly.
And most of them who have bank loans do go through the flywire thing. So just since most of you might be having a bank loan, just you need to pay it through the flywire, and do make sure that you pay your fees, before the deadline, because it is very, very important. Otherwise, so just make sure that you do the fees thing sorted before a week, and that would be great.
And also, if your transferring your wire transfer for the first time, keep a buffer of at least 1 week, because it takes processing time of at least 2 or 3 days. It requires your verification. It will ask you some Indian ID. Then if most of people have, if they are using bank loans, then bank would also ask you to verify the flywire account. So keep a buffer of at least a week, so that you don't incur any problems, or you don't pass the deadline. Okay.
Majesh, I will take this question to answer one common question that I can see here in the Q&A.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
about how to pay tuition and fees and how to do the transfer from India to the University of Texas Dallas. And actually, rather than providing the specific answer in that research, because there are many ways to do it, and basically the expectation is that will be an electronic transfer from your home country to the University of Texas Dallas. The entity on campus that handles, manages payment of tuition and fees is the bursar's office. And actually, we host a similar virtual information session on June the 28th regarding paying your tuition and fees. And actually, I will be providing right now I will make an announcement for everybody with a link of these information sessions where everybody will be able to have access to the previous intercultural programs, virtual information sessions for new international students coming in fall 2022, including the team slide of paying your tuition and fees, which was a presentation led by the bursar's office, and you will obtain a specific guidance about paying tuition and fees and the way you can transfer money from your home country to the University of Texas Dallas. And not only that, to help you to quantify based on the number of credits that you would be pursuing per semester at UT Dallas, and to have a better sense of how is calculated tuition and fees per semester. One key observation and very common question is that when I can pay my tuition and fees, you will be able to pay tuition and fees only after registration of classes. And that should be done before the census date. But again, we invite you to watch the virtual information session that was hosted by Bursar's Office and Intercultural Programs on June the 28th. That is called Paying Your Tuition and Fees, and is available in the Intercultural Programs YouTube channel. Other virtual informations that provide very specific information regarding a transfer from the airport to the UT Dallas campus and surrounding areas is about the UTD Be Howdy, which is a community partner that provides as well that support. Also, we have another session that was offered on June the 14th, and the title of that one was Preparing for Life in Dallas. That session covers issues like renting an apartment, signing a lease, what you should know in advance before signing a lease, and as well how to be around through the public transportation and a specific commute bus around the campus. And on June the 7th, also we host another session that is called Next Steps for Incoming International Students. So we highly recommend to watch these virtual information that are published in the YouTube channel or Intercultural Programs. This session in collaboration with the Indian Students Association will be published as well in the ICP YouTube channel, and that will be available beginning this afternoon, United States Central Time. Microphone to you, Majesh.
Sure, thank you so much. I would request my team, have you shared the WhatsApp group links to the chat? Asta, Priya?
Doing it right away.
Yeah.
Access via email, but we'll be sharing the WhatsApp links again. Yeah, we'll share it again.
And for the pickup forms, I saw a question stating that the pickup I am coming from in August, and so the pickup form is same. You just need to fill the right details, right phone number, and everything, and it goes up to like end of August, so you can fill the same pickup form. And if you can't find the form in WhatsApp groups, we have added the forms in WhatsApp group descriptions. Plus, it's available on ISA website for both buddy program and pickup programs.
And just if you have any questions or any doubts, since our main point of contact is WhatsApp groups, just join. We have created 6 particular groups, and the limit has increased from 300 to almost 516. So you don't need to worry just being one particular group, and someone from our team would definitely reach out to you, or you can reach out to any one of us and we'll be helping you out. So you don't need to worry about if we are missing any particular question or something.
Yeah, in case if we aren't able to answer all your questions, you can hit us up on our social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram. You can go to our website. That is, you can simply type UTD ISA for in Instagram and Facebook and in our website as well. So also all the admins of the WhatsApp group will try to answer your questions as early as possible. So just hit us up if you have any particular doubt or any problem. So we can answer you that as well.
Yes. And many of students are asking here about the Zolve thing. So Zolve is providing free SIM cards to everyone, which would be valid for a month, whoever signs up for the credit card. So the link and the coupon is valid for the next 2 particular days. So we would be the link is in the chat. Plus, you will be getting that in your WhatsApp groups too. And about the buddy program, we would be sending you the links. You do not need to worry about that. The students who are asking that, can you connect me with a particular CS student or MSBA student? You would be definitely being connected with every single student who has been enrolled would be connected. You don't need to worry about that. All you need to do is reach out to them. That's the most important thing. What we have seen in the past is, even after providing a buddy, most of the students do not take that effort or push to reach out to that particular buddy. So make sure that if you have been assigned by a buddy, do reach out to that particular person and ask him basic general questions about your course and about life at UTD.
So regarding the electricity, how to choose which provider you need to choose. I've posted a link where it compares different providers. It will give you just a kind of idea where you can see which provider. But the electricity provider depends a lot on which apartments that you're living. And also, I would suggest just talk to people who are already living or who are your seniors in that apartment, so that you know which electricity provider is preferred in that particular apartment or that housing option. So just compare with 2 or 3 options so that you know how the rates are varying. Yeah. Next, someone was asking regarding F1 related workshop. For that, you might need to mail to ISSO or ICP. They'll be helping you out with the F1 workshop or any other doubts regarding your international. So let's say you get some international hold regarding that as well. They might help you with that.
Also, somebody has asked me, how do I pay for the health insurance? It is included in your fees. If you are having the one which is in partnership with UTD, else if you are planning to waive it off, you need to mail the particular email address and then follow the criteria.
People are asking about telecom providers. There are 3 or 4 telecom providers that people generally use here. Those are AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and Mint Mobile. So that also, the day you come here, in a day, like same day or next day, you can go. So these specific stores for these telecom providers are very near, so you can go by and you can compare yourself, and they are pretty similar. So that also you might need to know where you're living. There is the network is provided properly or not. So I would suggest just connect with people more, so that that'll be helpful to know which plan to choose. People generally choose family plans, or they go for pre plans. It really depends what plan you're looking for. So just compare with different telecom providers. The uh, places are quite near to each other, all the telecom providers. So in a day or two, you'll be getting your SIM card. So that won't be a big issue. I saw regarding TB test, people are not able to book. So they generally open more slots for TB test once your start date is very near. In case you don't get a slot, there are also off-campus TB tests that you can do, and then that report you can submit uh, to the university. But have your TB test done in US. The Indian tests are not valid. The TB tests that you do in India are not valid here.
Somebody has asked what all the things are allowed in terms of cooking items. Most of the things are, I would recommend you to bring your pressure cooker here. It's very costly. And I mean, all the Indian students who bring that. So make sure you bring that particular thing. And the other things that comes with pressure cooker, be it the, what do we call it? The
Gasket.
cap and gasket. Yeah. So they are very pretty much costly here.
Yes.
And talking about, I think this thing needs to be shared, because even when I was coming, I had this doubt. So getting you after you once you come here, you can get your groceries from Tom Thumb or Walmart. Walmart is a bit cheaper than Tom Thumb. So UTD bus goes on every Friday and Sunday. Every 20 minutes from the university itself. So who are living in the east side, they just need to come to the university, and then the university bus takes you to Walmart and also brings you back. And the frequency is every 20 minutes. So once you go to the Walmart, after 20 minutes, there will be a continuous bus coming in, and you can get your groceries things done and go to your particular place. So the connectivity with the UTD shuttle, which is a free shuttle 883, is pretty much sorted. Plus, you would be getting free bus pass, which is Go Pass from UTD.
For any DART buses.
DART, yeah. So DART is basically the transport system of Dallas, and you can travel around the city through that particular Go Pass. You can either get two options. Either you can get that through your phone, or you can get a physical card. You cannot get both things done. And through that particular thing, basically you can travel around the city through for free. But connectivity is not that much good as far as of now in Dallas. Many students, I have seen the questions in our WhatsApp groups. Many students have been looking for accommodation around some, I'm not sure, it was Access 300 or something, but our UTD shuttle doesn't go there. Do make sure that the accommodation that you are choosing, the UTD bus shuttle, is available there, because otherwise it would be really hectic for you, because there is not that much connectivity around here. So most of the students try to be on the east side or west side, and in the major apartments that we recommend, because that's where the shuttle are, right? And you can simply come and go to the university through that. So make sure that while choosing the accommodation, you do not choose something which is very far away, and then you need to buy a car which is very expensive, or you need to come through cabs which is super expensive. So make sure that you do check on that.
Also, regarding the accommodation, that's why people prefer to have their houses on the bus route, because it's pretty frequent, and the other buses are not that frequent as well. I would suggest apply for the DART passes as soon as you arrive in Dallas, because they're really helpful if you want to explore the city, or you want to go to downtown or some place like that, because then you can access the trains and the buses free of cost. But you need to have your DART passes. So apply for it as soon as you reach Dallas.
I've been seeing this particular question about off-campus housing is only available for UTD students. Yeah, you can choose any accommodation. There is no such criteria about UTD students or not. It's just accommodation, and you can be anywhere here. It's free.
I've seen that there are a couple of questions on scholarship. Guys who have received Special Dean Excellence and Dean Impact of CHISOM. So it is valid for a year when you come for a new student. So you will have for fall and spring. Some people have asked, can I apply for spring? Yes, you can apply for spring. And there are other scholarships that which you can apply after you coming here. You can do that. Any more in financial aid questions that I can't see in bursar account, my fees is not reduced, that you can mail to financial aid office. Um,
For
so
fees,
they will be
And
able to
doubts you
answer
might
it.
need to mail bursar account, and regarding scholarship, you might have to add respective department as your CC or in the particular mail, so that in case of any confusion, they might help you with that.
And guys, remember the number 883. So this is the UTD bus shuttle. Now, how to check that? Just you know that maybe you're living at Marquis or let's say Frankfurt. So you just need to go to Google Maps or Google Maps and just search out that particular location wherever you are staying, and just enter in the second location UTD and just go into the dart thing. I mean, there is this train symbol over there. You just need to click over there and you will see the options through which you can connect. And if 883 is there, which means that that UTD provides a bus service over there, and that's how you figure out that okay, the frequency. And one more thing, so on the west side, the bus frequency is 20 minutes, which means that every 20 minutes a bus would come for you. But while if you are living on the east side, the bus frequency is 30 minutes. So if you are considering, so many students do reach out to us about temporary accommodation, which one is better, which one is not. It totally depends on your priorities, your comfort. One major differentiation factor is the bus frequency, because if you live on the east side, be it Marquis or States of Richardson or north side, the frequency is 30 minutes. But if you live on the west side, so the frequency is 20 minutes, and also depends on the accessibility around. So Walmart is on the west side, so that's why many students do prefer west side too. But the accommodation is cheaper on the east side, I mean in the Marquis or somewhere that if you compare. So it totally depends on your particular choice, that what do you want. Plus I mean it's not a lot of hassle. You can simply have Walmart Plus if you do not want to travel every Friday and Sunday at the very start to get your groceries done. Walmart gives you a subscription, I mean 1 month free for the Walmart Plus thing, and you need to order anything up to $30, I guess.
35, up to $35.
35, yeah. So you two or three friends
Shipping is
men
free.
come. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
shipping. If even if you order below 35 and you have selected shipping, then it's free. That might not be delivered on the same day or the next day, but you want the same day delivery or the next day delivery, then you might need to have minimum $35 bill.
Exactly. So you don't need to worry a lot about that particular thing. Just make sure that once you come here, take care of your health, because you are away from your family. And I guess that is the most important thing to consider. So just make sure that you have brought some food from, I mean,
Yes.
from your home country. So there is not a lot of a hassle with you in the start, because the first few days are very hectic for you. So just make sure that rather than bringing a lot of clothes, you bring a lot of food. Talking about winter clothes too, it's fall. The winter clothes from India might not work here. It gets very cold. So bring just one or two jackets, and that would be great. And you can just come here and buy the jackets from here, and they are pretty much good. So that would do your job. And rather than
Like to add, so like from India, bring lot of cooking stuff,
exactly.
masalas and everything rather than clothes, because clothes you find here and it's according to the weather. So clothes are like comparatively cheaper also and good quality, but like Indian masalas, food stuff, Maggie and everything that you really want to eat, you should bring a lot of those. We will try to share a list. If we have it with us about the basic necessities you need to have from India. But apart from that, bring cookware as much as possible, bring masalas as much as possible, and try avoiding white substances while carrying all this stuff from India, because then it creates problems. No, and oil too, we can't carry anything which is open and has oily substances in it. But apart from that, every right for like think about a week where you don't have anything, so you need to have ready to eat stuff with you. Carry that from India, and basic haldi and what all spices we use, whole spices, anything which is seedless and it's a whole spice, you can bring it from India. It won't create a problem. Notebooks, pens, these things
Yeah.
are quite expensive here for students. So like bring those basic things rather than putting 25 kg of clothes here, because clothes we normally buy from here only, and we end up buying clothes from here.
Yeah, and I think the food thing is really important because we do not have very nearby options with us. Talking about the grocery stores, we have Patel stores somewhere around here, and Dart bus go there, but then it's a lot of hassle because you once you go there, you will carry a lot of bags with you, and otherwise, so what we do is 3 or 4 students would come together, book a cab, and go. Then it's a cheaper for you in the end. So that's what most of the students do, and that's what I would recommend you guys to do. Once you land here, you need to get your Indian groceries thing sorted. So that would be one thing. So you would either book a cab to Patel or Indian Bazaar, and from that's where you will get your Indian groceries things sorted. But very well advised from Priya that do bring your masalas and rice. I mean not rice, but the basic things, ready to cook thing for the start because
Yeah, because
Of
like
course,
you can bring healthy ram ready to eat stuff. That's
exactly.
good. That would help you to survive like 1 week till the time you get settled, or you go to Walmart or stuff to buy your basic groceries. You should have that thing. Even for emergency purposes, you need to have some ready to eat stuff, because here it's a bit new place, new people around you, so it takes time to adjust mentally, physically, emotionally. Every sort of thing gets invested. So if you want a smooth starting, do bring ready to eat stuff with you, a lot of ready to eat stuff with you. I would rather say focus on stationery, food and cooking hardware, cooking stuff, rather than your clothes. But I would advise you to bring ethnic clothes for
Yes.
a good 2-3 pairs of ethnic clothes to India, from India to US, because for every event of ISA, which is like Ganesh Chaturthi or Diwali event or Independence Day or Republic Day, we would love to see Indian people wearing Indian ethnic clothes. So, and bring some Indian ethnic clothes, something which you reminds you of India, or it's closer to you. That would keep you more happy, and there
Yeah.
connected to India.
So I want to talk about two things. One would be comment card. So comment card is your identity over here. So make sure that once you come here, you get your comment card thing sorted because that's your access to comment cupboard. Comment cupboard is something you will get. Six things free, six rations basically free from UTD. It's in the library in the ground floor. Once a week you can go and get 5 things for free from UTD if you are in need of groceries. Plus, that's happened. That is done through Comet Card. You can loan your books through Comet Card. Then it's access to your university recreational center and gym and other stuff. So make sure you keep it handy and keep it protected because if you lost it, it takes almost $20 or something to get it back. So make sure you keep it handy. And yeah, that's one important thing. And
yeah, I would suggest everyone to apply for a card as soon as you reach Dallas, the same day or the next day, because that is very helpful. Once you get comment card, then only you'll be able to apply for your dart pass or any other passes. Also, we would suggest you to install apps like UTD app that will help you navigate around the campus. Initially, when you're new to the campus is really big, so you might get lost. So UT Dallas app, you install the Get app, that is that is the app that can help you to get your Comet card virtually in case you don't carry a physical copy. So that will have your virtual copy. It will have your barcode that you can scan directly if you need to go to university recreational center or any other place in the university where you require to scan your Comet card. Also, someone asked about the DART route. How would you know about the bus routes? I would suggest you to download GoPass app. There you can put your location, like it's similar to Google Maps. It can give you directly which buses are near to you, what is the route, how you can transit from one bus to another bus if you need to change between 2 or 3 buses or trains. So download the GoPass app. We'll list down the few apps that will be really helpful to you. Once you arrive here, just have those apps handy, so that will be helpful for you.
And all this information might get might be overwhelming to you. Do not worry at all. It is normal. We all go through this, and you don't need to worry a lot. If you are connected in WhatsApp groups, I think our team has shared the links. Just join it, ask your questions. The best thing about Indians are that we are very helpful, and I have seen that in our groups itself that the prospective students are helping the prospective students itself by providing the right information. That's the best thing about us. So do not worry. Just enjoy your process. That's the main thing about it. And I know that the dollar to rupee conversion would be there. A lot of things would be there. Exciting things about America. Wow, this is so great. And then there would be frustrating things about America. And that's how you adjust a new country. Accept it. Just remember why you were here, and even if you feel homesick, just reach out to the groups, form your community. This is your home away from your home. Basically, that's what the main purpose of ISA is. I have all my friends. I've got my all of my friends that I chill with, or that's my family. I have got them through ISA. So that's the best thing about us. Just make friends, have a conversation with your buddies, and you can help each other out with all the questions, and you will take a month or two to settle in, but it will be a great process. You would be seeing that difference in yourself. So it would be amazing experience. Just enjoy your time there at India. Spend your time with your family. Have that street food if you are into it, because you won't be getting a lot of it here, and it's very costly anyways. So that's one thing. One thing. Most of the students were talking about the handshake thing and the campus job. So guys, you cannot start working unless and until you are here. You need to, even if you land a job, you need to verify yourself through the career center. They would check your passport and verify you as a student. They would give you a letter, and then you need to go to the SSN office and get your SSN sorted. So it's a process. Getting comfortable with handshake is a process. We all have gone through it. You need to apply for. You need to understand the cover letter, how to write a draft a cover letter. Resources are provided by UTD. Just Google. Google is your best friend. Just Google that UTD template for or JSON template for cover photo for resume, and you will get a template. Design your resume accordingly, and then the career center will approve. So basically, every single cover letter and every single job letter that you submit through handshake go to the career center. The career center check it that whether it's in the right format or not, and then they approve it. And then the person who um, has given the position for the job is able to see it. I would recommend about campus job. Now this is very personal. Campus jobs are, since there are a lot of students and the jobs are very limited, it gets hectic. Do not need to worry. Most of you will land one if you try for it, but you need to, keep improving your resume, upskill yourself, and, keep changing your cover letter accordingly. One cover letter for all won't work. Keep tweaking with your CV, according to jobs. So make sure that you do that for landing one. You need to get once you get a call, it gets easier to convert the job. But do not worry if you do not get one within a month. It's not a pressure or something. I got mine after 2 or 3 months. Most of my friends have got it around end of the spring semester. So you do not need to worry about the campus jobs. You will definitely land one. We all are hardworking here, so you will definitely get one. Just do not worry. Get familiar with the handshake. Keep applying. The best time is, campus jobs are usually available around 8 p.m. They schedule it, or if not, usually it is uploaded around 8 p.m. 8 a.m. Sorry, my bad. 8 a.m. So just keep having a look at that particular time. The best time to apply the campus job is when it is uploaded, because they get a lot of jobs and now it gets hectic for them to sometimes go through. Also sometimes the preference is given to just a few of students who have applied to it, so make sure you do that. Applying jobs for UREC. UREC is basically university recreational. It doesn't happen through handshake. It happens through their particular website. Just Google UREC, UTD, and go through their website and keep looking for positions. Apply through it. You will get a call mostly, and that's how you get your jobs thing sorted. Do not worry about it.
So I see a lot of people asking about pickups and they're still confused about the pickup forms, how to fill it and what's the process. So the pickup form is quite simple. You need to give your personal email ID, your UTD email ID, your UTD net ID, your valid phone number, which you will have with yourself while traveling, and the flight details, what flight number it is, what it's American Airlines or British Airways, whatever. You need to mention that correctly, and the time wherein you will land in Dallas. So the if you get all these details correct on the form, we will definitely have a volunteer assigned to you that would be responsible for your pickup. So I will explain the process once. So like when you fill the form, we have all the details with us, the responses are stored with us. We go ahead and verify all those responses, your phone number, your airline's information, your flight information, whether you have entered it correctly or not. If we don't find the student, or the corresponding UTD ID or net ID, we don't find it in our students list, registered list, so there's some mismatch between the phone number or something, and we can't reach out to you, that would be a problem, because according to you, you would be filling the form and you will be waiting for a volunteer to be assigned. But because at our end we won't be able to verify you as a UTD student, we might not be able to arrange the pickup for you. So in that case, I would request all of you to, be very sure while filling the information that all net IDs, all UTD IDs, all personal emails, and your personal number is correct, so that at least we can contact you in case of any discrepancy that's arising at our end. So we will verify all those details and we will contact a volunteer at our end that would be responsible for your pickup. As soon as we have a volunteer for you, we will create WhatsApp groups. In the WhatsApp groups, the ISA team members would be there, plus the volunteer and you as a point of contact. We will share all the details of the person, the volunteer that will be responsible for your pickup, and the time wherein he will reach the airport. So in that case, you will have all the details before you fly, so that you can have a word with him and get familiar with him. We will share your photos too with him, so that he can pick you up from the crowd and take you safely to your living area.
Someone has asked about in that to-do list. They are asking, do they need to post their provisional degree certificate or transcript? It really depends. You can either come here and submit your physical copies directly once you come here, but you can also post them. Like I had posted mine long back, because then you would not have any holes as soon as you check off all those requirements. So if you can post them, that would be really great, but I don't think that be much of a problem. You can contact ISS or respective department regarding your transcript and your provisional degree certificate. Someone was asking regarding comment card. Comment card is basically your ID card for UTD that will have your image, your facial recognition, your barcode.
Yes, and you can get that from SSB sorry, SSA, I guess. Yeah. So
SSA,
you will get all this information in the orientation. Do not worry about it.
yes.
Plus, excuse me. So someone was asking how to join ISA. We would be having, and we would be more than grateful for you to have here. And we are having a couple of events lined up. The next one is the Independence Day 15th. Ganesh Chaturthi is around 29th of August, and a lot of events are lined up. So we would be rolling out volunteers forms in the ISA groups that we have created. You can sign up and start being with us and helping us with having these events, and being part of the family that we are, and that's how you become a part of ISA.
Majesh, if you allow me to provide some details, clarifications in terms of roles of different UT Dallas offices. So based on the Q&A questions and answer that we provide all of us together, well, the first thing is about anything related to campus jobs. Please refer to the Career Center, and specifically in the Career Center, there is a software called Handshake, and all the information is there, as Majesh and the officers of ISA explained. Until you arrive to UT Dallas, until you become current student, you will be able to be considered for as a candidate for positions on campus for jobs through the Career Center Handshake. Related to transcripts, for official transcripts, anything related to your academic credentials for your home country with respect to the University of Texas Dallas, please have that communication and resolve any question, any doubt directly with the Office of Admissions. That's the authority here on campus that is going to assess the academic credentials for your home country. Specifically, one question for many international students is about the definition of official transcripts. In many instances, official transcripts for international students is a document that is going to be issued by your home by the university or a higher education institution that is going to issue the degree obtained at your home country. But in the US, official transcript means that is basically the credentials of that institution, but is officially communicated, in this case, to UT Dallas that you have such degree with a specific grades and specific courses in that specific institution. That information needs to be submitted officially in many cases by electronically, or if not possible, a submission of electronic documents by the institution that is granting your academic degree in your home country needs to be submitted by mail. All right, shipping the documents directly to the University of Texas Dallas. For more specific information about that, please consult the webpage of the Office of Admissions and prevent any technicality that you may be facing if you're trying to submit the transcripts in person, because the answer may be that they need to be submitted again electronically or by mail, posting or shipping directly from the institution that is granting the academic degree to you and you corresponding certificate of studies. Another aspect that I would like to clarify is the distinction between intercultural programs and the Office of International Students and Scholars Office. In the Office of Intercultural Programs, this one that is hosting this virtual information collaboration with the Indian Students Association is responsible to welcome you and to provide you a mandatory international student orientation to smooth your transition and to be more successful at the beginning of your academic journey at the University of Texas Dallas. This is, we have 4 different sessions through the month of August, and you're welcome to register through the webpage of intercultural programs. And that's a distinction between what is the, for those students that may have a F1 visa, there is a workshop to maintain the good status of your F1 a visa. That's offered by the International Student and Scholars Office, and that's directly managed by SSO. If you have an issue with the registration of any of these workshops upon arrival, please contact directly ISSO to obtain further guidance to ensure that you can meet this mandatory workshop as well before the beginning of the classes. So if you have a more questions related to the orientations, mandatory orientation, certainly don't hesitate and send us an email to ICP programs. And one more thing, Mahesh, regarding for undergraduate students. Many of the resources that we provide is up for graduate students, masters and doctoral students, but it happens to be that you are undergraduate student, you may be a freshman or a transfer student. There is a specific orientation for those students that is called the freshman and transfer orientation. I make an announcement in the Q&A column right here in this virtual information session, where you may obtain the specific guidance and the website to register in the transfer, in the freshman and transfer orientation, which is handled directly by that team, the freshman and transfer team. Certainly, if for some reason there is a conflict in terms of attending this freshman transfer orientation, you're welcome to attend the international student orientation. Well, we'll be able to meet as well that requirement in the absence of your participation in the a freshman transfer orientation. So together, all these officers will be here for you, and you have more specific questions, don't hesitate, as Mahesh and his officers had explained. Don't hesitate and send us an email, and we'll be providing guidance to the extent it's possible. Thank you, Mahesh.
That's it. I guess we tried our best to answer doubts, but guys, do not worry at all. It's a process, and do not get overwhelmed by the information. We would be having more webinars for your questions and answers. We would be more than happy to help you out. And apologies for those if we are not able to cover up your answer. You might ask them that particular question to us on our WhatsApp groups. We would try to answer that there. Do not worry at all. Just be connected with us on the WhatsApp group. Reach out to us if you need any help. We are here to help for you. And we would be having more webinars. So do not worry. We would be answering most of your doubts there too.
Mahesh, it has been an honor to be doing this exercise together, and all your officers. Thank you very much on behalf of intercultural programs, and certainly there are some other questions, but I guess I will say that most of these questions have been answered, and many of these resources have been provided to all these students participating in this information session. And as Mahesh is explaining, this is a process. So we are in constant communication to be able to provide the guidance. What we want is that you have the tools, the resources to have a smooth transition from your home communities to UT Dallas. And if there is anything else that we can do for you, please don't hesitate. It could be a very basic or naive question, but there is no basic or naive question for you and for us. Any question is very helpful, and any answer that we can provide. We may not have the specific answer, but certainly we can help you to find resources to find the answer and to ensure that you have full information for informed decisions. We know it's a complex process, many decisions, housing, services, academic registration, and so on. So there are many elements out there that you need to elaborate, and we want to ensure that you have those elements to enhance a smooth transition and successful cultural and academic experience at UT Dallas. So thank you, everybody. This session will be published beginning this afternoon, again, in the Intercultural Programs YouTube channel. I have provided the website, the link for the YouTube channel of Intercultural Programs. So thank you again, Indian Students Association. I invite the Vice President of the Indian Students Association to share his final remarks.
So I will extend my thank you to you for having these sessions. UTD provides us with the best resources, guys, to grow. It's been 6 months for me over here, and it has been a journey. I have grown a lot. You guys are going to enjoy a lot. You guys are going to learn a lot, explore a lot, and explore different dimensions of yourself. So don't hesitate. The only advice I can give being 6 months ahead, nothing much, but just 6 months ahead here is that do not hesitate to ask for help here. Everyone is super helpful. Everyone in the university is helpful. Just reach out to any particular department if you have any queries. If they are not able to help you, they will connect you with someone, and things would get sorted. So that's the best advice from being a student for 6 months, that just explore the max as you can, and just it's not always about grades. That's what we have in our mind. It's about how active you are here, and about how much you have pushed yourself in different dimensions. So just for now, you have some time to spend with your family. Enjoy that particular time, because you're gonna miss them here. You're gonna miss the Indian food. So that's what I keep telling to every single student who reach out to me. Enjoy the street food, guys. You're gonna miss that a lot, and that's the best thing you could do as of now in India. And do not worry about studies and stuff. You will get that sorted here after coming here, and you all are hardworking. We know that. So just enjoy your time with your family. Reach out to us on WhatsApp groups if you have any issues. We would try to answer the right thing. If not, we might try you to connect with someone, and we would be having these sessions. Really thanks to ICB for having this one, because I know this is the most helpful thing for Indian students, and for any student coming out from their home to a very far country. So thank you so much, and I guess that would be a good thing.
Thank you, Magesh. And just one final remark, I would like to thank as well Mr. Anthony Cahill, who is Intercultural Programs Program Coordinator, who has been providing technical support for the success of this information session. Thank you, Mr. Anthony Cahill. Good evening, good morning, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.